I'm your host, Tom Hudson, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a Christmas gift I got for myself. It holds a little bit of nostalgia, and I hope you guys like what I've picked up. So let me know what you're wearing today in the comments, and let me know if you've got any Christmas presents that you want to share with us in the chat, or any watches that were on your wish list, or anything that you think about getting for next year. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, and we'll take a look at what I've got myself. You can see it's a Citizen, and it is a new release, I believe. Let's have a look. The packaging is a bit different from what I remember, because I did have a Citizen a long time ago, and this is the reason why I'm picking up the Citizen today. I remember the old boxes were round, and you know they've kept the same quality, but it was just a different style. So let's have a look. It's just warranty card. There it is. Look at that. And I believe this is the Citizen ProMaster Sky. Let me take it out, the packet. I mean, I believe it's an impressive watch. I'll show you the reason why I picked this up, and why it kind of fills me with a little bit of nostalgia. So when I was 15, 16, I bought a Citizen from F. Hines in England, and it cost me about £150. It was on sale for a discount price, and it was this one right here. So this one I bought for the reason why it looks like a Breitling for Bentley, and I really liked the way it looked and the presence on the wrist. So you can see the similarities here in the two watches. It does have a very similar, almost like siblings, you know. But the one thing I do prefer about this new watch that I've got is the military style hands, because as you can see here in the ProMaster symbol, it has a kind of military symbol. It's not focusing very good here, but it has like a military triangular symbol here, and I quite liked the sword hands. So here it's the same as my old watch, where the slide rule scale can be adjusted, and you can use this to track fuel consumption as a pilot. I haven't actually figured out anything about the chronograph pushers, but I believe it's a perpetual calendar, so you're able to set the date and the time, and it should automatically change when it reaches the next month, whether it's, you know, depending on the days of the month, it would change automatically, so you don't have to keep on adjusting the dates. So that does make it very useful. And it's also the solar. It has the what do they call it? The Eco Drive. That's it, the Eco Drive. Yeah. So I do like the bracelet. The bracelet, it has a kind of a Jubilee-esque style bracelet. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do look like sibling watches. That old watch was so old now. I had it for about 11 years, and then it just stopped working. So the reason I bought this is to kind of feel that childhood memory, to kind of commemorate my watch collecting journey. So I like the bracelet. It has a Jubilee-esque style bracelet. It does taper. It has a slight taper, so it's not as bulky. You can see how it tapers from the lugs here. The original watch that I had, I believe it was straight straight lugs, straight all the way down, and it had quite a bulky clasp. The original one that I had the double pushers release. This one's got a flip. It's got a flip lock with a double safety deployant, and also it has a milled clasp, which the other one I believe had a stamped clasp. I'll need to get that out of storage to see, but it has a very nice quality milled clasp. So it definitely is an upgrade from what I had before. The crown has a really fine knurling on it. Can't quite get the focus here, but you can see it's got a knurling. It's very grippy, and we've got a knurling on here as well, so it's extremely grippy. So you're not going to slip on this knurling. The watch I had before had kind of like a railroad track around the bezel, whereas this one, you see, it has the knurling on the side instead. It makes it look flashy, right? But then on the face, it looks more subtle, which I like, because the other one was quite brash. But this one, it still has that kind of knurling on the side, giving it like a unique look here. You can see the symbol here for the Pro Specs. It has like a kind of military-esque triangle symbol. So we'll just take a few measurements. Right. So I believe that is a 45. That's a 45 millimeter watch. So it's a huge watch, but I don't believe it wears that big, because the lug to lug, if I just check the lug to lug here, the lug to lug is 50. It's a 50 millimeter lug to lug. So I believe that is kind of like the maximum I would ever go is a 50 millimeter lug to lug, because on my 7¼ inch wrist, you don't have any overhang at all. So I can pull off a 50 millimeter lug to lug. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone with small wrists, skinny wrists, or like petite wrists, because this is going to look huge. But I've put on a bit of winter weight at Christmas dinner, so this watch looks fine on my wrist here. It's still quite hefty. At first I thought this was titanium. I thought this would be titanium, like the super titanium range, but it's not. It's steel, which I actually appreciate, because honestly I'm not a big fan of titanium watches. I think titanium, the material, is a cool material, but for watches, I think it's a bit of a gimmick, like a fashion gimmick. Like, your watch is titanium, so it's super light, very light. I think titanium for a huge watch would be good, but even this watch, it's not that heavy on the wrist, and I prefer to have a bit of weight to my watches, to feel like it has some presence on the wrist, So let's have a look at the back, showing the Citizen Eco Drive there. So I think we should get this sized up for the wrist. Let's have a look. How many? Three links, I reckon. 3 links. 3 links. I did pick up a cheap Amazon kit in order to actually remove links, so you're going to join me now in attempting to remove links. If you've never removed links before, if you look at some of the more luxury models, they'll have screws, which you'll have to have like a small screwdriver to remove, but this one has pins. So there's an arrow. I don't know if you can see it. There's an arrow here, and that is the arrow in which the pin should come out, not back in. So it needs to go in the opposite way. So you need to put it out this way. So if that's the arrow, we'll get that here. Let's try to do this without breaking the, there we go. See, it's so much easier with this tool. I used to just use you know, like a pin and just try push it out with my fingers, you know, so it's a bit of a, oh, I can't quite get this out here. It's fiddly. Let me try push a little bit more. Maybe I haven't gone all the way through. So yeah, Christmas for me was pretty uneventful, you know, so just been sat on the boat working all day today. So, oh, this is a pain, this is. Can't quite get this out. Have I got anything in here that's gonna help me get this out? Because I really need like a pair of pliers or something. Can't quite get at this, which is a bit of a pain. Oh dear me. All right, let me try another one, and then maybe I'll pop that one back in and try a different one, because we've got plenty of see, you've got plenty of adjustment here. Look how many links you can take out from this, so you have so much adjustment. So if I can't get that one out, I'm just going to push that back in and try again with another one. So this one, 1, 2, 3, I'll be taking this one out from there. So yeah, so I'll take it from here. Let's try again. So yeah, so if anyone had any kind of Christmas presents, you know, that anyone got, like any new watches, there you go. See, that's supposed to come out like that. That's much better. Yeah, if anyone got any kind of Christmas gifts, any new Christmas watches, let me know in the comment section if you got anything nice for Christmas, or anything that was on your wish list. You know, if you managed to pick anything up, or any bargains, you know, through the holiday season, because I know sometimes you can probably get some good deals at the mall. That one's so easy. This one's absolutely stuck here. So that's the 3 links. Got that out. And then with this, we can probably just try and pop it back in. Use my little hammer. I did have a little hammer. So, there it is. There you go. There we go. Just pop that. Use the nylon then, so you don't, you know, scratch up all your watch. There we go. That's back in there now. That's smooth, flat. So, right. So the arrow's going this way. So I need to put my pin in from this side, and the pin also, it has a split end, like a split pin. So make sure that the split pin end is on the outside and the rounded end is going in. Otherwise you'll be putting it in the wrong way. So right, so that should be there like that. Let's just tap this. There we go, that's nice and smooth. There you go. I haven't done any damage, so that's nice. Right, so I can get these out the way. Let's try it on the wrist properly. Yeah, I might change one of the micro adjusts here, because they have 3 micro adjusts on the clasp. But I think it's not too bad. If I get the micro adjust in there, that's probably about a half link adjustment. So yeah, so that'll probably sit much better. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a really nice watch. Like I say, it's got a substantial presence on the wrist. It's very big, you know. But I think with my wrist, I can pull it off, because you know, you don't have any kind of overhanging lugs, you know, when people have like a watch and it's kind of overhanging a bit and it just looks a bit looks like you got your dad's hand-me-down watch. So, you know, my advice is don't write any watch off just because it's 45 millimeters, because it's a 45 millimeter watch. That's huge. But because of the length of the watch here is not going over my wrists, it looks fine, you know. So just try on that watch, you know. So if you think, oh, I'm not going to buy that watch because it's got such a huge dial on it, why not just give it a try? Just walk in the shop, you know, there's no harm in asking. Just go in, try it on. If you don't like it, you haven't lost out. But if you do like it, you might have gained yourself a new watch. And I really do love, it's so busy. The dial is so busy. It reminds me of the Breitling Navitimers, you know, with the slide rule scale. And it's got those kind of sword hands, military style hands. So it does look like a very kind of military pilot's watch, you know. So I do like it. I do. And I really like the bracelet. The bracelet does, it's so much better quality. Like Citizen have really started to step up their game with some of these new releases, and I appreciate that, you know, because I was a huge fan of Citizen before. I actually bought my missus a Citizen for her first watch, and it's an excellent watch. It's still running today, and that's an Eco Drive with a pearl face, which is the Eco Drive technology. It's so advanced. It's so good. You know, you don't have to worry about this watch really. You could just put it down, pick it up. It's going to be ticking every single day. So reliable. And the Citizen that I had before was running for 11 or 12 years non-stop, and I would wear that in the engine room. I'd wear that every single day, bash it, knock it around. It was beaten to hell, and it still ran all the time, and that went with me everywhere I went on the cruise ships. So I bought this watch as a little nod to nostalgia, you know, something that that kind of got me into watch collecting at first, and you know, put me down this path. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the watch. You know, if you appreciate Citizen as a brand, or if you don't really fancy them. But I do think Citizen is an overlooked brand, and they deserve more credit than they get. You know, especially with their new releases. I think they're doing really well.